Top down in the summertime. We ain't got no place to be, we just gon' ride. One hand on the wheel, other hand on your thigh. Low, 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 low when she look in my eyes.
So I'm just gonna start pretty close up because I had a reason. I had a legit reason. And I can't think of it, but just know we're this close for a reason. So to get started with my little story time, just kind of want you guys to feel, cozy at home. Why? Because my lights are off. I have on my little year-round Christmas lights that never come down. And I have on my pajamas. I don't want this to be all over the place. So I'm trying to think of how I want to start off what I'm going to talk about. The beginning always works, but oh my God. Okay. Of course, it wouldn't be me if I did not drop anything. The brows are sitting where I need them. Are my hands ashy? Oh, they are. I can't do anything about that right now. I'm already set up. Oh well, and it's just ashy. What am I even doing? I'm doing a smoky eye. Morgan, get it together. Okay, y'all, hold on. Let me get my life together. Yeah, I really can't, and I don't. I can't get up to get no lotion, but I cannot continue. And my hands look like this. You cannot judge me because I feel like I just feel like y'all done that before. I know you have. Okay, we can start the story time now. So on the 13th, which was last Saturday, I found out that someone who I had been in close contact with tested positive for COVID-19. Immediately, I was trying to, contact my local healthcare facilities so that I could get some direction on what I needed to do, because I had just been out, at a public gathering. We were social distancing, everyone had a mask, but I was still very concerned. So calling people, and just for future reference, if it's the weekend and it's after 12 o'clock, there's no hotline for you to call. The hotline does not go past 12 on Saturday. I'm not sure if it's open on Sunday at all, but this is specifically talking about the COVID hotline. So I called Med Express, and they are open on the weekend, but you have to call and get on the list for appointments. So that was a whole headache. I called, the lady was like, we don't have any more appointments for COVID testing. You'll have to call back in the morning, get on the list, blah, blah, all that jazz. So I'm like, okay. So I was getting really frustrated, and I'm really, in my mind, the most concerned about the people who I was just around. So ended up calling JRMC, and I got transferred to an operator. The operator transferred me to this COVID hotline, which is what I was telling y'all about at first. It rang, rang, rang. No one answered. So then I ended up calling UAMS. Called UAMS, just trying to actually speak to someone. And I got transferred to the operator again. So I was telling her, where I actually live, and that I was only calling because where I got transferred to, no one answered. So she's like, no one answered because it's after 12 o'clock. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, is there anyone that I could talk to? She was like, oh, what did she say? I think she said just flat out no. I was like, well, do you know anything? I was wanting to know specific questions. I don't remember exactly what I asked her. She's like, no, I'm just on the switchboard. So I just hung up because I was gonna go sign out. So I ended up talking to someone else. I'll call JRMC again, and before the operator could transfer me, I was like, I just really want to talk to someone. Like, I was like, is there no one at all that I could speak to? Because I know that there is. It's a hospital. She ends up transferring me. I speak to a doctor, and she was really just telling me how long I should wait, well, suggesting how long I should wait before I get tested, because some people get tested too early and they get a false negative. So she suggested that I go ahead and start quarantining, and if I start noticing symptoms, go ahead and get tested. But I was already gonna have to go and get tested because of my job. And just so y'all know, I'm going for a smoky look. I asked for suggestions and someone said they want to see a smoky eye, so that's what I'm doing. So got the information on the 12th, and then so that was a Saturday. I actually got tested on the 13th, and I did get the nose swab. Ooh, baby. The nose swab, y'all wasn't playing. Y'all were not playing. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be though. But yeah, the nose swab, and she ain't give me no breaks, no breathing, no nothing. She just stuck it up there. And then they told me that I was positive. I had already been quarantining since Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday got tested. Let my mom know. She also is, basically she's still in quarantine with me. We are in separate, I've been staying in my room separate from her. And a lot of DoorDash going on. A lot of DoorDash. A lot of Grubhub. Is it Grubhub or DoorDash? DoorDash. A lot of ordering food to this house, okay? I'm just really blessed to say that I've had super mild symptoms. Thursday was really the day that was the worst, and I'm not trying to be insensitive to anyone's experiences at all. I can only speak on my own. But Thursday was the worst for me, and I really just had body aches. And that only happened really late that night. It was really hard for me to go to sleep. I even I sent a message to my friends because I thought that it was gonna be getting worse from that point on. And I think I was psyching myself out. I feel like that's a big part of anyone who tests positive. You get in your own head about a lot of stuff because the symptoms are so correlational to everything. So that was a big thing. But that night, Thursday night, so that was what date? The 17th. So tested positive 14th, 17th is when I really just started being aware of any other symptoms that just I couldn't bear. Beginning of that day when I woke up, I lost my sense of smell. And y'all, that is the weirdest thing, not being able to smell. I knew, because really I was trying to track it so I could know exactly what day, certain symptoms occurred or did not occur, blah, blah. So I went shopping when Bath and Body Works had their sale. So I just bought some candles. And so every morning I was waking up and smelling the candle. So I'm just going from the outer edge in. I'm going to put those colors back in. So had the candle by my bed just because it's usually there anyway, because I like to be able to have it in arm's reach when I want to blow it out. So it just sits on top of my little hair drawer thing that's right beside my bed. So woke up Thursday morning. I was gonna say one morning, but we know which morning it was. It was Thursday. Reached over, got the candle, couldn't smell it, and it's loud, y'all. It's cactus blossom. You gonna know if you can't smell it. I couldn't smell it, so I was like, dang. And that was the only symptom that I had started experiencing, at that point. So I was kind of bummed out because I didn't want to like get up and eat and then figure out I couldn't taste nothing. So I laid back down and went to sleep. Woke up. That's when I started, the health department called me, and they started asking questions about doing the contact tracing. And then I also spoke with someone about the symptoms that I had been experiencing. So I told him that I woke up and my sense of smell was gone, and he asked about whether I could taste, and I told him I didn't know yet because I haven't eaten anything. By that time it was like, it had to be about 2 o'clock. So I hadn't eaten anything all morning. The only thing I did, before I went back to bed, after I realized that I couldn't smell, I went in the kitchen, and the first thing I saw was some nature seasoning. So like I sprinkled a couple of seasonings in my hand. I could taste it. So I was like, I don't even want to press my luck. Let me just go get back in the bed. So by the time when he asked me that at like 2 o'clock, I hadn't eaten anything else. I did eat throughout the day, so do still have my sense of taste. And like I said, I did not experience many symptoms at all. So went throughout that whole day into the night. I did not start experiencing anything else until that night. It was probably about 12:45. I started getting really bad body aches, specifically like in my hips, my back. My back really wasn't as bad as my hips. My hips were horrible. I tossed and turned like all night. I don't know at what point I went to sleep, but it just took a really long time to get adjusted, to get comfortable, because I never got comfortable. I guess I ended up just getting so tired that I just eventually fell asleep. But that night, oh my goodness, I actually sent my friends a voice message, y'all, because I'm finna play the voice message for y'all, because I was in distress. Do you hear me? You didn't think I was gonna make it.
Yeah, so
hold on, let me pause it to give a disclaimer. I am not really, I wasn't telling my friends how I was going. Like, there were definitely people calling me and texting me, checking on me, like as far as my family. But I mean, my immediate friends knew, of course, because I talk to them every day. I let them know what's going on with me, but it's still a lot of stuff that I'm not very open with. But other than that, no one else knew. So by this time, like, it hit the pain that night, like in my body, like just from the aches, it just got to the point like I just was wanting to tell them what was going on. So that's why I sent them this.
Oh no, I really haven't been experiencing many symptoms, but my smell went away this morning, and like I was having on and off headaches, but like right now it's just like a migraine, and my hips are really hurting, like my muscles, my joints. And I feel like I'm psyching myself out, but I don't know.
So yeah, also those are the other things, but I guess they were symptoms. Like, they do say that headaches and things are symptoms. So I mean, that was something else I was experiencing, but that was so on and off, and I didn't even do the top of my eyebrows. See, so yeah, the headaches will come and go. I mean, it just really wasn't bothering me that bad. But that night, like, it turned into a migraine. It was like everything hit me in one day. So when I sent them that voice message, it's probably like 12:45 in the morning. Yeah, I was just having a really hard time. But next morning, headache, migraine, whatever you want to call it, it was gone. The little migraine, well, not the little, because it was a big migraine energy. I guess it like subsided into like a baby headache, but even that went away throughout the day. Still couldn't smell, so that was Thursday. Friday, oh, and my throat. The reason I sounded like that was another symptom. My throat was a little raspy. I had some congestion, but like that's why I don't know. I just feel like I said, all the symptoms are very correlational to like a common cold. My bed is, you know, directly by a window, you know, so I get, you know, certain type of symptoms all the time. Just because that's how it is. Like around this time, I usually catch a cold. I don't know why I'm using this big old brush. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, did not experience any symptoms. Yeah, I had like an occasional cough. If I had to cough, like it was like 3 coughs. Probably within hours of each other. Like I was not just like, you know, hacking or anything like that. Yeah, that was really it for those days. And today is actually Monday. I woke up this morning and I felt a little bit congested, but nothing that was like debilitating. But, and I don't know if y'all like, if I'm on Twitter all the time, and there was this tweet. The tweet originally said, as Black people genetically, and I don't remember when she tweeted this, but she said, as Black people genetically, we are stronger and smarter than everyone else, which I do agree with. We are more creative, and on December 21st, our real DNA will be unlocked and majority will be able to do things that we thought were fiction. Learn who you are as a person. They want to make us average. Now, Twitter took that tweet and ran with it. And you know, like that's how Twitter does. Black Twitter. It's all jokes, all comedy. But y'all know what happened? Like, you know, of course, everybody was saying, you know, we're getting superpowers. Just made this big thing of it. But y'all woke up today and I could smell. I'm just saying the correlation is there. But no, I do thank God, like not playing. I thank God that you know, I'm able to smell. I have recovered, you know, my one sense that was lost, and that was a really big thing with me while I was, you know, while I didn't have my smell. Even before I lost my smell, like I was just thinking about like, wow, what if I really lose my smell? Like, is that something we don't think about? Like, who thinks about like, okay, what if, before, you know, COVID, like, what if I wasn't able to smell? Like, I would pick up the candle and get sad that I couldn't smell the scent, because I know what it smells like. And like the fact that I'm breathing in this aroma that I know is there and I can't smell it, that was crazy to me. So when I could smell that this morning, like I was really excited. You know, like even when I pray, because I'm not going to say it's something that I never thought about, but when I pray, you know, I say, you know, Lord, thank you for all of my senses. Thank you for my, you know, mobility. Thank you for, I thank God for a lot of things. So it's not something that I just have not, like, I'm very grateful for, you know, my senses or whatever. But still, it's like I'm saying I'm grateful for those things. I'm thankful for those things. Not not thinking that one day I'm not gonna have those things. Like, I have them now and I'm thankful for them, but you know, you just don't think about them being taken away. So that was really a thing. You know, especially like when it was gone, and today when I got my sense of smell back, and I just been smelling everything. Keep in mind, I do not usually, like, I'm just now starting to contour my nose. I think that this shade is like probably too dark. Because when I first started using these, I was like, these are really rich and creamy. Like, the color payoff is magnificent. But I don't know. Maybe like around my face is cool. I just think for my nose, it's a little dark. And I probably use too much product too. But I always use too much product. The other big thing about being on quarantine, because although this is my first time testing positive for COVID, I was tested before and was negative, but I still had to quarantine for a full 14 days. Being on quarantine in itself is something that, because of course, you know, we were all supposed to, you know, limit our social interaction, but unless like you are like on a strict quarantine, cannot go, you know, anywhere for 14 days, that's tough, y'all. Like, my first time when I was on quarantine, I was going through it mentally, just because I really don't do a lot of things, but if I want to go out, it's like you have the freedom to go out, and I didn't have that freedom. I was, oh my goodness, like, and then I just was staying in my bed. I wasn't doing anything. So that was the whole thing. This time around, it wasn't that bad, because I've been working remotely. Like, I couldn't work remotely then. Actually, the last video I posted, that was the first night that I found out I was gonna be in quarantine. I was like, I might as well film. I have the time, let me put a video out. So I've dealt with it a lot better this go around. I've still been in the bed probably a lot more than I needed to be, but I've just been able to handle it a lot better. The other thing that is most hard to deal with your own quarantine is the fact that you can't really go out and do anything that you need to do for yourself. Like, of course, yeah, we're in the age of the delivery services, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it's just like the waiting on other people to do things that you're capable of doing. Well, you know, I guess in this instance, I kind of wasn't capable, because, you know, I wasn't supposed to be going out interacting. But that is just so annoying. And I don't like asking people to do things for me anyway. And I just didn't really want to tell a whole bunch of people that I had COVID. So, I don't like I understand that people check up on you because they're concerned about you, but the incessant, you know, how are you? Do you feel okay? Every 5 minutes, I get annoyed by stuff like that. So, like, I feel like that's why I keep a lot of stuff to myself anyway. So all in all, I am blessed to be able to say that my COVID-19 experience has been a very mild one. It's definitely been something that has caused me to reflect, because, you know, you should learn from everything. And even though I did say that, you know, I make mention of the things that I'm thankful for and grateful for when I do pray, it's just things like this that make you even more aware of how thankful you are for those things that the good Lord blessed you with. I wanted to try some blush, but I'm scared. So we're not gonna do that today. And let me restate, because I don't, how I am, if you know me, you know how I am. But if you don't know me like personally, then I don't want you to like, if anyone has checked on me, I don't want you to you know, feel some type of way about what I said about people checking on me. I'm just not an open person. I like to get through things how I get through things, you know, and if I really need help, I'm going to reach out. But other than that, I like to deal with a lot of stuff on my own. I'm just really to myself about a lot of stuff. So it's not that I get annoyed that people, you know, are checking on me or whatever. It's just that I know if I tell my whole community of people that, you know, I know care about me, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be multiple people asking me the same questions every day. And in addition to what's already going on, like, you're adding that to it, and that can get kind of like overwhelming. So that's what I don't like. Not the checking up on me, not the seeing if I'm okay, because I really do appreciate it. And that is all for this look. I hope you all enjoyed my little story time. My next couple videos are going to be the looks that I asked Instagram for suggestions for. So I think the next one is going to be a green look. Someone asked for a black look with glitter. Green, black with glitter. I did the Smokey. The other one was like a Christmas look, a red Christmas look. So those are going to be the next couple videos that I roll out. So I hope you all come back, tune in, and watch them. If you are still here, I just popped my toes. I wonder if you can hear that. If you are still here and watching, subscribe. Let's stop having to have this conversation. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it. Okay, then once you hit that, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post a video. But seriously, thank you all so much for watching, and thank you. I don't know why I keep looking down. Look up, girl. Look up, Mo. Say cheese.